Has anybody been to Auschwitz? Quite a few people. It's not a pleasant place, but there's so much history over there. There were 3 camps separated by 12-foot electric fences. There was a gypsy camp, a Czechoslovakian camp, and a Hungarian camp. So ours was a Hungarian camp at this time. So, and before we walked in through the gate, there was a big sign. It says, Arbeit macht das Leben frei. Work makes for freedom. So we march into this camp, and there's 30 barracks over there. Okay, 1 barrack is a kitchen, and 1 barrack is a bathroom. The bathroom has sinks with cold water and holes in the ground. My 2 sisters and I ended up in barrack 26, and we walk into our barrack, and we had 3 rows of bunks. No blankets, no nothing. We kept each other's bodies warm. So we go to sleep, we get up the next morning. So I said to my sisters, I want to go outside, I want to know what's going on. I go outside and I'm walking, and I see these electric these fences, 12-foot fences on either side of us. And you see people holding on with their fingers. Holding on. Dead people, half dead. A lot of people didn't know it was electric, and they would touch it. They were kind of talking to the gypsies or to the Czech people, you know what I mean? Socializing. So either that or they touch the electric fences to commit suicide. Because this started in 1942, and we are here in 1944, okay? You can't even explain how it looked. It was worse than hell. I'm walking and I see people doing all kinds of things, you know, socializing and stuff, and all of a sudden somebody calls my name. Rosie, Rosie. So I figured, my God, I knew I was popular. I didn't know I was so popular that I should be found in this God-forsaken place. It was my father. Before, he had always wore a suit, a tie, a hat, glasses, a beard, well-dressed, you know. And here he's in a striped uniform, shaven head, no glasses, everything. So when you're used to seeing somebody a certain way, you know, you have to look twice before you recognize him. He says, Rosie, Rosie, don't you recognize me? So we hugged and we kissed, and the first thing he said to me, where's your mother? And at that time, I really didn't know, because this was the first morning there. We found out later what happened, you know, while we were there. So I told him I'm here with my 2 sisters, Helen and Judy, and my father said he's here with my brother. They were already selected to go to a factory to work. So this was an all-women's camp, but so 2 of the barracks had men. So he's telling me what to do. He says, whatever you do, stay together, because you have a much better chance of surviving. And also stay alive so you can tell the world what they're doing to us. And we kissed and we hugged, and we made up to meet up the next morning. And my father said, bring your sisters. And he said he's going to bring my brother, and we're going to meet a certain time. And the next morning we went and we met my father and my brother, and we were together and we were talking for a little while. And he repeated the same thing. Whatever you do, stay alive so you can tell the world what they're doing. So this is what I'm doing, okay? So we said goodbye, and we made up to meet again the next day, but they were gone. Because this was an all-women's camp. They were all sent away to some factories to work. Little by little, you know, people are going to factories to work. People are still coming in. Within 2 months, over 500,000 Hungarian Jews were brought into Auschwitz. Complete families. And if 20% of them survived, we are lucky. And I really mean that. After being there 10 days, we probably each lost at least 10 pounds because there's no food. They're always coming to our camp to take survivors to factories to work. That's why they brought us there. And sometimes they would make us get undressed to see if we have any flesh on our bodies, because you have no idea how some people were skin and bone, really skin and bone. So after, as I said, a week or so, they're going to get selected and putting me in the gas chamber line. And we know what to do. You know, when you're in a place like this, people give you advice what to do. So they had the gas chamber line and the line for the people to go to factories to work. So they would tell me, if they put you in the gas chamber line, make sure nobody sees you, get out of the line. And that's what I did. And then my sisters would do the same thing because we promised my father we're going to stay together. So they had to get out of the line and I had to get out of the line. So we did this maybe 3-4 times, and then we decided we are going to wait for the war to end. We were going to be liberated. So we did, because every barrack has 1,000 women. So when they come for 200-300 women, you know, you're not forced to go to get selected.